What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to touch up on some things real quick. As you guys already know, the LibeRETARDS are out there protesting, marching, because somehow in their little underdeveloped brains, they believe that protesting and marching is going to somehow overturn the democratically elected President of the United States, Donald Trump. It comes as a shock to a lot of these liberals, being that they're simple-minded people, and to a lot of these liberal MSM as well. They're like, oh, what happened? Hillary Clinton had an 11-point lead in the polls. What happened? How did Donald Trump win? Well, very simple to explain. Let me tell you what happened. So they're holding polls, right? When they hold polls, what do? They hire people that are biased, prejudicial, and favorable. So even if the company itself doesn't want to appear to be biased, they still deal with people that are somehow connected to a political party. So let me tell you how this happens. So when they go out and they go to hold these polls, what they do is that they, in these communities where the demographic is favorable to the liberal and democratic party. So see, that's what the problem is. And the problem is that sticks and census, but the only people that were participating were the liberals, because these polling companies ended up sending people to poll people in communities that are predominantly liberal and predominantly Democrat. When you're, because as many of them to lead the plantation, a lot of Hispanics are unwilling to lead the plantation. I mean, if you literally tell them that the Democrat, which goes, it just goes to show. Oh, baby, give me a minute. I might have to end this and restart it again. It seems like either my Wi-Fi is fluctuating or Facebook once again is fucking with me. I think it's stabilized. So the MSM, the liberal media, the LibeRETARDS, the Democrats, the stupid uneducated minorities. Because let me tell you, we're divided. Hispanics and blacks are as divided from ignorant Hispanics and blacks as racist white people are to racist black people. That's how much segregation is going on. So don't think for a second that because we're Hispanics, we stick together. No, we look down on the simple-minded, liberal Hispanic for being so simple-minded, for being so closed-minded, and for making a violent, making a decision to stay in ignorance. Because, and let me tell you, I have a friend of mine that grew up with me in Spanish Harlem. He's on my page right now. You know how much stuff I've shared with him? And he's still unwilling to open up his eyes. It's like, you can't open up these people's eyes. These people are really stuck on stupid. They really believe that Donald Trump is racist. They want to believe it. It's not that there's any proof. They want to believe that Donald Trump is racist. And this is the way the liberal mind works. These people, they couldn't do anything stopping him when Donald Trump was running for the primaries. He surprised them. Now that he ran for the presidency, he surprised them once again. And now everybody's in shock. Don't be in shock. The polling stations were coerced by the ones holding the polls going to demographics that are predominantly liberal and Democrat. When you do that, what happens is that you unintentionally coerce the outcome of the poll. Of course, it showed her 11 points ahead. That's because you went to a predominantly Democratic, liberal community. If they would have split it in half, or if they would have gone to, let's say, the center of a city, let's say downtown Los Angeles or downtown Manhattan, where everybody's just working, that nobody really works in there, and these are all skyscrapers. If they would have gone to an area like that, then they would have gotten a better result. They would have gotten a better polls with more accurate results. Because why? Because everybody's working and nobody is affiliated to everybody's affiliated to specific parties. But in general, you can't put them all in a box and say, well, this zone right here is predominantly Democrat, or this zone right here is predominantly liberal. You can't do that in working districts, such as downtown Manhattan. So for future reference, you guys want to hold good polls and you want to get accurate information, stop being so prejudicial. Stop trying to coerce the information, because ultimately, this is the outcome. The outcome is the liberal retards that were following the MSM news now believe that somehow Donald Trump cheated because he won. And it's all because the polls said that Hillary was ahead 11 points. It was the news, along with the Democratic Party, who stigmatized Donald Trump as a racist. You know, this shit is really sickening. Me personally speaking, I voted for Trump, as you guys already know. I voted for Trump early, and when I went to vote for Trump, I had my Trump hat on, I had my Trump shirt on, and I didn't care, because ultimately, what we're fighting for is not what the liberals are fighting for. We're fighting for freedom. We're fighting for the constitutions to be enforced. We're fighting for national security. We're fighting so that our veterans can be taken care of. We're fighting for more jobs. We're fighting for better deals with NAFTA. We're fighting against Trans-Pacific Partnership. We're fighting against corruption. What are the liberals fighting for? I'll tell you what the hell the liberals are fighting for. The right to be race baiters. Black Lives Matter terrorist organization terrorizing the people once again.